This past week of marathon running was wild. The Boston Marathon brought out some of the best athletes in the world. We saw Evans Chebet throw down a huge upset, winning in 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 54 seconds, successfully defending his marathon title. And then you had Eliud Kipchoge finishing in 6th place, far from what many people thought he would do in this year's Boston Marathon. The drama that unfolded on the streets of Boston was definitely intense, and it brought out many unforeseen conclusions to this race. However, we are now less than 1 week away from the next big marathon, and this race is the 2023 London Marathon. And believe me, the drama is only going to get crazier and crazier, because the field that is set up for this race is absolutely unbelievable. We not only have 2 of the 3 fastest marathoners ever, we have 4 of the 5 fastest marathon runners in history. Up front with the fastest personal record in this race is none other than Kenenisa Bekele, who ran a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 41 seconds in the 2019 Berlin Marathon. And one of the athletes that will be very, very interesting to watch in this race is Kelvin Kiptum, who ran one of the most stunning performances in last year's Valencia Marathon. For his marathon debut, he ran a time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 53 seconds, which makes him one of only 3 athletes to ever break 2 hours in 2 minutes. And in this race, what he did is just downright ridiculous. For his second half marathon, Kiptum ran the single fastest closing half marathon of all time in 1 hour and 15 seconds, a pace of right at 4 minutes and 30 seconds per mile, or 2 minutes and 48 seconds per kilometer. Additionally, his final 10 kilometers was just outside of 28 minutes flat, meaning that he was running not just at 2-hour pace here, he was actually running at 1 hour and 58-minute pace. Given this incredible marathon debut and the highly anticipated showing of his next marathon, this will certainly be an exciting moment to watch. However, behind these 2 sub-2 hour and 2 minute performers is Berhanu Lagesse and Mozanet Garamu, who are also the other 2 athletes that have ever broken 2 hours and 3 minutes. For Lagesse, his PR is 2:02:48, while Garamu's PR is 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 55 seconds. And while these 5 athletes already showcase an absolutely historic race, we also have to remember that Amos Kipruto, the defending champion in the London Marathon, will be in this race, and his performance in last year's London Marathon was absolutely incredible. In the 2022 London Marathon, Kipruto made a massive surge to drop the field, and during this big move, he threw down a 4 minute and 23 second mile, which at the time was actually the single fastest mile split in marathon history. Now, rounding out this race will be Tamirat Tola, the 2022 Marathon World Champion, who threw down a final 5 kilometers that is also pretty ridiculous. What I am very excited to see in this race is the combination of world champions mixed with Olympic champions that is Kenenisa Bekele, mixed with the up-and-coming talent that is Kelvin Kiptum, and of course the super deep field that will inevitably bring out many, many great runners, probably running close to 2 hours and 4 minutes, if not 2 hours and 5 minutes. A few other great athletes to keep your eyes on is Lowell Gebrselassie, who has a PR of 2:04:02, and also the 2-time New York City Marathon champion, Jeffrey Kamworor, who is always dangerous when he hits the roads. In total, this race brings out 12 athletes who have broken 2 hours and 5 minutes. Also, we have to remember that this is probably going to be the last elite marathon performance from Mr. Sir Mo Farah, one of the greatest 5,000 and 10,000 meter world champions and Olympic champions to ever compete, and he also brings in a solid personal record of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 11 seconds. Now, unfortunately, it appears as though Farah will not be a factor when it comes to the overall winner of this race, because in his build-up to this performance, he ran a 10K time of just over 30 minutes. And if you're looking to win a major marathon in today's landscape, you're probably going to need to average much, much faster than 30 minutes for the entirety of a marathon. And while this could have been a tempo run of sorts, it just seems as though Mo Farah's time just might be done for the marathon, as he is not only 40 years of age, but it has been a while since he's run a competitive international marathon. Now, I'll make sure to put a link down below to the full lineup of this year's elite field on the men's side. And for now, I want to hear from all of you. What times do you think will be run in this year's London Marathon, and who will ultimately come out on top in London? Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time.